Welcome to our meditation time. I invite you just to get settled. Just whatever spot you've chosen, let it be the right spot for these moments. Maybe you allow your eyes to close. Maybe you just find a spot where you can really focus your gaze. And see if for these first few breaths, where you really pay attention to the in-breath and the out-breath, see if you can begin to let go of the distractions that are around you. Whatever sounds that you hear, just let them be. Whatever sensations that you feel on your skin, just let them be. Whatever thoughts are going through your head, through your mind, as you try to get still and quiet, just let them be as well. If we don't give our focus and our attention to these distractions, to these things drawing at our senses, over time, they lose their influence over us. So just try that for these next couple of breaths. Just really focusing on the in-breath, focusing on the out-breath. And then give yourself permission. If the body starts to need to move, then you allow it to shift and then return to stillness. So as we've been going through this exploration of the Yoga Sutras as the inspiration for our meditation time, we're sitting with these particular aphorisms, these sutras written so long ago, that are all about what they call the Vibhuti Pada, or the accomplishment chapter. This chapter that says that as you have continued to practice, as you continue to make these things part of your sadhana, part of your everyday rituals, these accomplishments or these impacts are then felt in your life. The difference with our practices, these are not accomplishments that we check off that we're trying to master. These are accomplishments of truly learning to just be in the present moment, marveling at that breath coming in, being so humbled by that breath going out, and not taking these seemingly small things for granted, allowing the distractions to go so that nothing gets in the way of you and this present moment, unified together. And so this particular sutra today, it's the Obstacle Sutra. Because what Patanjali, this great sage, this author, has been telling us for many lines is these are the accomplishments, this concentration that you're starting to cultivate, this deep practice of meditation, this glimpse of transcendence and bliss, this ultimate peace that you just so much want in your life. You've been practicing these things, starting to experience them. And then comes this line about the obstacles. He says, if you are able to understand what your obstacles are to this complete absorption of you being so connected to this moment, if you can begin to understand your obstacles, through that understanding, you will have, and these are the same translations no matter who it is that you look at, you will have the strength of an elephant. You will have grace that you can't even imagine. You will have endurance that you often have just dreamed of. And so just think about that. If we practice this deep concentration, this present moment awareness of meditation, this finding stillness and feeling this ultimate peace within us, the gift that comes from that, he says, is strength of an elephant, grace that's almost unimaginable, and endurance, the kind of endurance that you have always wished for. And so just think about that. The more that we meditate the more that we sit with this present moment, the more that we concentrate, the gift of that is strength and grace and endurance. In the world's terms, those gifts, those impacts may not be something that people would put on a list as accomplishments. But just imagine in your life what that would feel like. The strength of an elephant. Grace that you cannot even completely imagine. Endurance that you so wish for. And of course, we don't meditate, we don't focus in the present moment just to get these things. But what a beautiful impact of this practice. And as I've studied all the translations that I have, and that I have availed myself of, they all mention that very specific strength of an elephant. And I think it's amazing how the elephant is this kind of mythological character in all the ancient yogic texts that talk about remover of the obstacles, the elephant. Think about if there's a place out in the jungle that needs to be cleared. As the elephant goes through, the path becomes available. The elephant removes the obstacles. And so just think about that in your mind. Now you've got this tangible, very literal, realistic picture. I could have the strength to remove my own obstacles. But first, he says, you've got to know what those obstacles are. So as we sat and we began, I encouraged you just to let the sounds around you go. Let the sensations on your skin just be. The thoughts in your mind just be as well. Each of us have obstacles that are unique to us. For some of you, it is that auditory. You hear a sound and immediately you're distracted and you go there. Others, it's very tangible on our skin and we feel sensations through our emotions and how it makes us physically feel. Others, the distractions come in our head, the thousands of thoughts that come all day long. So just think to yourself here, what are my obstacles to me being able to be completely absorbed in this present moment, where all the rest of that can just be? What are my obstacles? Maybe for you it's impatience, because you want to have it happen now. You've been meditating a long time and you're ready. You're ready to experience it. So maybe you sit with the impatience. Maybe for someone else it's doubt. I've tried this for a long time. I haven't seen anything happen. My life is still really hard and really challenging and my mind won't get quiet. And so maybe doubt is the obstacle that you sit with. And I could go on and on with all of the examples, but no one knows you better than you. And no one knows me better than me. What's your obstacle? What's getting in the way of you? The word in Sanskrit is samyama. It's this total absorption of my concentration, my present moment awareness of meditation, and my connection to this ultimate peace, this ultimate transcendence that I have so desired to see. What's getting in the way of it? And so let's just pause here. Notice what comes up in your mind. See if an obstacle is revealed. See what you feel, kind of the twinges in your heart and your spirit. What are the obstacles that you notice? What's in the way of you being totally absorbed in this present moment? Begin to bring awareness back to your breath. Notice that next in-breath. And then follow it as it goes out. As we pause here for just a couple more breaths, just really notice what came up for you. Chances are, for some of us, these obstacles that came to mind have nothing to do with us. It's about other people. It's about how we need more time. But I will tell you that what Patanjali was saying is the obstacles sit with us. It's really easy for us to look externally and blame that if that person would just, and you fill in the blank, then maybe you could be more present-minded. Or if you just had more time, then you could sit longer in meditation. But he would tell us, through all these texts, all these lessons that he gave us thousands of years ago, even then people said the same things. They talked about the obstacles of other people, behaviors of people, the lack of time, the same way that we, here in this contemporary age, talk about the same things. But he says the obstacles are ours. They're ours to own, and they're ours to remove. And so I encourage us in the coming days, keep that visual of this elephant in your mind, of him just lumbering through the jungle, creating where there was no path, a clear, available, walkable path behind him, removing the things that are in the way. And then think, what could that look like in your life? Strength of an elephant. Grace that we can't even imagine. An endurance that we so desire. Those are the impacts of this practice. But in order to experience them, we've got to get rid of the obstacles. And so continue to sit with that in the coming days. See what comes to mind, what you notice. See if you're projecting those obstacles externally away from you. And then see if you can turn it back inward. The obstacles are ours, which mean that they're ours to remove. So let's close our practice with just one more deep breath in. And a big breath out. Namaste.